We are live on YouTubies. There we go. And I'm doing a AMA for pressure washing and soft washing, sales, marketing. Um, yeah, pretty much all of that. So if you have any questions about pressure washing or soft washing, or running a pressure washing or soft washing company, please ask away. Love to hear it. I'm posting something right now in some groups. Let's see. Gosh, super cringe. What's going on, guys? I'm live on YouTube and TikTok right now, doing a AMA for pressure washing or soft washing. So if you have any questions about pressure washing or soft washing, or running a company with sales or marketing, please ask away in the comments, and I'm going to make myself available for just about 1 hour here. Is the goal. I want to do about 1 hour. What's going on, Hart? How's it going? I haven't really done one of these, so I'm learning. TikTok's taking over. What's going on, Michael? What's going on, Joaquin? Oh, President. Oh man, TikTok is really coming on fire. So this is a Ask Me Anything for pressure washing and soft washing. So if you have any questions on the pressure washing or soft washing process, or if you have any questions about running a company as far as sales or marketing, I'm here to help. So drop some comments below, and yeah, ask away. I'm gonna post this on TikTok. I gotta figure out how to share this. Share. Okay. We're gonna share that. What's going on, Brian? Whoa, it's a weird thing there. Yeah, TikTok is getting a lot more love on TikTok, a lot more people coming through. You hire new people. Right now, I'm not in a hiring phase of jobs. Yeah, I'm not in a hiring phase right now. We're probably going to be bringing on some salespeople here soon. I'm kind of maxed out on my Google ads, Facebook ads, things like that. So, yeah, not really hiring anybody right now. Thanks for the question, Versace. Versace on the floor. So this is a Ask Me Anything. If you have any questions, concerns, anything like that, want to hear it, I appreciate you, Versace. I'm gonna get these posted on. I don't know how to share. Okay, here we go. Hold on, give me a second. Boom. If you're just joining us, do companies usually hire new people though? Do companies usually hire new people though? I don't fully understand what that question means. Do companies usually hire new people? Yes. They hire new people, they hire old people. I don't really know. If you're just joining us, we have I'm doing an Ask Me Anything for pressure washing. So if you have any questions on pressure washing, soft washing, running a company's, what do you mean? Like, do they hire people that have never done pressure washing before? Is that what you mean? Yes, with little, you know, um, I think there's really two schools of thought on that. I think some people actually like to hire people with little to no experience because then they're not going to have any bad habits. I would kind of hate to hire somebody that has experience with pressure washing because I feel like they're going to want to take their methods and bring them to my company, and we have our ways of doing things. So I kind of appreciate have um, if they didn't have a lot of a lot with it. So I remember one time I worked as a security guard or private security for a company, and I remember the guy said he really wanted like someone like me on there because I don't have any military or police experience. I was like, that's weird. Private security, you'd think you'd want police experience. So he said it was because when you're military or police, you run to the danger. So like if you're on this side of the club and over there's like guns going off. Military or police go to investigate to kind of stop the trouble. When you're doing private security, you have to stay with with your person. You have to stay with your person, your asset. So he said police and what's it called? They train you too much in going to the danger, which is good for police, but it's not really that great for private security. The trade, and I'm really wanting to work in the field. I started learning the trade. That's cool. What are you doing to learn the trade? What's going on, Daniel? What's going on, Julio? What's going on, Angel? We're getting a lot of people in here. I'm gonna try to solve a Rubik's Cube while I'm doing this too. See if I remember how to do this thing. But yeah, learning this is not the hardest thing in the world. It's there's a lot of ways to mess up. There's a lot of things that you can do. What's up, Falcon? Practice with the driveway machine and chemicals. Okay, all right. I'll tell you some really great resources that I've learned from have been Southview Soft Wash. Those guys were really essential to me beginning. We had shout out to Southview Soft Wash. You can check them out on YouTube. What's it called? Forever Self-Employed. Just kind of watching them, watching that guy. He's really good. And I don't want to say he's really good. And in fact, because I honestly haven't watched any of his videos in quite some time, so I don't want to say like, oh, he's the best out there, and I don't remember how he cleaned. I think he was pretty good, but yeah, I don't want to like 100% say yeah he's the best, but who else? Jason Guyman was really good. Jason Guyman I really like Jason Guyman's. His videos are a little hard to watch because some of his early stuff, the audio was really bad on it. But if you can bear with it, you can get a lot of really good nuggets. The guy, he drops a lot of really good gems in there, and he answers questions that a lot of people don't want to answer just yet. So Jason Guyman is a really good resource. And then I am building a site too, powerwashacademy.com or powercleanacademy.com. So that site's going to have like a full comprehensive training that you can buy, and it's the library is only getting bigger. So that's going to be crazy. I'm uploading videos here soon of pretty much everything. And if you're just joining us, I'm doing a AMA. So if you have any questions about pressure washing, soft washing, sales or marketing tactics for growing your business, I am here to help. I'm doing that while I am solving a Rubik's Cube. So let's see. I'm here right now. I'm not one of those speed solvers. I can't do that. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Got that bottom half all done. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments there. What's going on, Pablo? What's going on, Angelito? Angelito. Let's see. I don't remember the next step. Oh, I messed it up. How did I do that? Oh, there it is. If you have any questions on power washing or pressure washing, soft washing, sales or marketing, ask away. Here to help today. All right. Okay. Okay. I messed this thing up. If you have any questions or on power washing or soft washing, please drop them in the comments below. I am live on YouTube and TikTok right now. And I'm trying to remember how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Just doing this as like a decompression. I've been stressed out a lot lately, so need to relax a little bit. If you're just joining us, we are doing pressure washing or soft washing questions. If you have any questions at all, please drop them in the comments below. More than happy to help out. Let's see. Okay. What's going on YouTube? We've got a couple people on YouTube over there. If you have any questions about pressure washing or soft washing, drop them in the comments below and I will be more than happy to answer. And that could be about the company, about a pressure washing or soft washing company, or it can be about how to do the service. More than happy to help. No questions too basic. And I'm trying to solve this Rubik's Cube. I used to be able to do it. And I'm trying to remember all the little patterns and everything. Okay. Okay, here's this other one. Okay. All right, so we're good there. Okay. Oh, just need to mess things up worse. Okay. Man. Okay, here. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're getting it. Okay, so now I need. Oh, these are all messed up. Uh-oh. We're getting there. This one's in the right spot. Uh-oh. Right spot, right spot. And boom. Got her done. Fully done Rubik's Cube. Not doing any joining. Not doing any joining. If you have any questions, please drop a comment. Pressure washing or soft washing. Love to help out. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comments below. Pressure washing or soft washing. Man, TikTok is kind of... John, what's going on? Oops. Hey, T-Rod, how's it going? Did you have any questions about pressure washing, soft washing, or any of the sort? Talk to me. What can I do for you? I'm new to it and I'm going to concrete driveway. Can I use my downstream or will the mix be too weak? I'm new to it. I'm going to do concrete driveways. So, good question. The answer is yes and no. So, downstreaming will typically get you anywhere between a 1 to 2% mixture. They rarely will get hotter than a 2% mixture. Even if you use the high flow stuff, you may get a little tiny hotter than 2%, but yeah, it's really intended to be a very light mixture. So 1.5 is a good rule of thumb that it's around. Oh, you know what? I could do this. For concrete, if you're looking to, hold on, I'm gonna throw this light on. Give me a little bit better light. If you're looking to do concrete, so what I do is I do use my downstream for pre-treatment and post-treatment. I'm looking to, so I'm here in Washington, my downstream starts to kind of loosen all the organics. It starts to kind of loosen everything up. And then I will surface clean, and then I'll rinse, and then I'll pre-treat, and I'll leave the pre-treat. Post-treatment. It's the same mixture, it's downstream mixture. If I have like a job where it's very, very heavy growth, especially on flat surface, there are times where I will break out my 12 volt and I will pre-treat it with a 12 volt with around 3%. You typically don't want to go hotter than 3%, only in extenuating circumstances, but I just really wouldn't recommend hotter than 3%. But I don't like to do anything more than downstreaming, because at that point you're really risking the landscaping. So if the landscape is right next to the grass, you're risking nuking that landscaping or burning the edges of the grass that's connected right to the that's connected. So I try not to use my 12 volt when it comes to, or going hotter than a downstream mix anyways, when it comes to concrete. You can, but it's the goal. You're not really cleaning with it. What you're doing is you're kind of loosening everything up, preventing tiger striping, things like that when you're doing the pre-treating. And then the post-treating gets down into the pores of the outdoor fan. What up? It gets down into the pores of the concrete, and it keeps killing some of the organics that high pressure water doesn't get. So for me, my answer is I pre-treat with the downstream, surface clean, rinse, post-treat, leave it. And that's my method, and my concrete comes out looking fantastic. So that's what I do. But it's not something where pre-treatment can, you're not going to see a big difference, if you do a pre-treat with a downstream mix. It's not really cleaning, it's just kind of loosening things up. But that's my method. Great question. Keep them coming. I'm asking for any kind of questions relating to soft washing, pressure washing, sales, marketing. I've been doing sales and marketing a lot longer than I've been doing pressure washing and soft washing. What percentage on concrete? So I was just saying that, you can do, I pre-treat with a downstream mixture. So my pre-treatment is about 1.5%. If you're looking to just soft wash the concrete, you can do a 3%. I don't recommend doing 3%, because if that concrete is butted against that landscaping, you're talking about really, really singeing that grass. So no problem. No worries. I have no problem repeating myself. I know you just jumped in, so I appreciate the question. That's what we're here for today. So I personally do, and the stuff we have out here, we have aggregate out here, which is really, really textured concrete. That texture, man, it really doesn't like grease off concrete. What is the best method of getting grease off the concrete? Getting new concrete. I'm gonna be honest. Grease, oil. Wait, are you talking about grease or oil? So grease is easier than oil. There are some really great products from F9. Okay, so you're talking about oil. Yeah, oil. Okay, I'll give you. If the oil is fresh, um, it's a Chick-fil-A that I got. Okay, so you're talking about grease then. You're talking about grease, and I've done Chick-fil-A's. Uh, get yourself a. The. I even have a YouTube video on this. Let me see if I can find it here. Honestly, if you just pre-treat it with some degreaser like Zeps, that's going to work out great. If you pre-treat it, let it sit there for about 15 minutes before you do it. That's going to work out great. I've done specifically Chick-fil-A's. I've done 2 Chick-fil-A's on a reoccurring basis, and I would pre-treat those really nasty areas, like coming out that back door where everybody goes and it's just black every single time you do it. Yeah, that area, if you pre-treat it with grease, degreaser like Zeps, you're gonna be in good shape. I did a video a long time ago specifically about that. I'm trying to find it. Can you downstream? Yeah, you can downstream Zeps. Just put, I get a 1/4-inch tube, I attach it to my downstream injector. I take a piece of PVC, a long piece of PVC, and I feed it through the 1/4-inch tube, and then I will stick the whole thing in the downstream injector. So this way, while the tube is in there, it won't curl up like this, and you won't be going back and forth. The PVC will hold it straight down. The PVC pipe will hold it straight down. So yeah, you can definitely do that. And that's all you would need. Just grab that 5 gallon of Zeps degreaser, and you'll be good to go. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna turn this down over here. So I got some degreaser over here from, this was a Chick-fil-A. So there's a product called Super Clean too that I used that worked pretty good. And I'm gonna see if I can, I don't know how to share this onto TikTok over here. I'm gonna try to figure that out. Can I refresh? No. Oh, what? I can do it. Wait, maybe not. Alright. I don't know how to comment on this thing. Alright. Gold Assassin. Yeah, Gold Assassin is expensive when you're talking about doing it over and over again. Hot water pressure washing. Hot water pressure washing is the truth. If you can get set up with a hot water system, I mean, that will cut your chemical costs down pretty significantly. You'll have almost no chemical costs when it comes to, oh, there we go. Now I'm able to jump in here and hold on. So this video, I just shared a video of me doing Super Clean, and then and I think I tested it against a few other degreasers. So you could check that video out. I just put a comment in there for that. So yeah, hot water will save you on. So when you're talking about oil stains or heavy grease stains, anything like that, hot water helps penetrate. Gum is really good. Hot water is fantastic on concrete. You're talking about it's sanitizing the concrete. It's killing organics. It's killing the organics, which is good, and and it's lifting some of that stuff out of there. So hot water is the gold standard when it comes to pressure washing. You're gonna have the diesel fuel costs, but I think you'll save. I don't have any hot water system, but I believe when you break down the cost, it's cheaper than using pretty much chemicals. You can use Gold Assassin, you can use those things. Gold Assassin to me is kind of one of those high-end things, high-end chemicals. They're really, really good. It works really, really fantastic, but it's something I kind of save for like the bad stuff. I have a few gallons of Gold Assassin, but I just really try to save that for like the really, really bad stuff because it like really nukes it. But yeah, I try to use Zeps whenever I can, or I try to use Super Clean. Their stuff is actually pretty good, and yeah. What surfactants do you use, and what kind of blend on concrete? Okay, so surfactants. All right. So I want to clarify one thing. Surfactant and so you have a Pressure Pro 5.5. Pressure Pro 5.5 is great. That's a healthy spot. I have 2.8s right now, and I wish I would have gone with 2 5.5s and then Siamese them when I need it. But that's neither here nor there. Surfactants. I use Apple Wash from the Power Wash store. I have used pretty much everything. When it comes down to it, the main reason that I buy 55 gallons of Apple Wash, it cost me like $2,000 delivered, and I stretch that thing out for about the whole season. I use that because of two things. One, it works great. It's a fantastic surfactant. The other reason is that it has the dye tracer in there, and that dye tracer really, really comes in handy when you're cleaning the property and you're able to see where your overspray is going. You're able to see what you've covered. That dye is awesome. I absolutely love it. I used it for a little bit, and then I was like, it's not that big of a deal. I'll use a cheaper surfactant, and I got away from it. I found that other surfactants, and when I say surfactants, there's really a couple different categories. There's soaps, there's detergents, and there's surfactants. All soaps and detergents are surfactants, but all surfactants aren't soaps and detergents. So you can use a soap or a detergent. For a long time, I was using Gain Hawaiian Breeze laundry detergent. That's completely fine to use because it has surfactant properties. A surfactant is a chemical that keeps things wet. It keeps things wet, and what's happening is the surfactant, the water is carrying both the surfactant and the sodium hypochlorite onto the surface, and the surfactant is keeping it wet, which allows the sodium hypochlorite to keep being active. Because as soon as that liquid dries, the sodium hypochlorite starts breaking down into basically a salt. It starts breaking down and it stops being effective. So the surfactant helps keep, it does two things. It helps keep the SH cling to more vertical or inclined surfaces, and it helps keep the surface wet. Have I tanned? I've been outside. I've been working. I've been working. So yeah, let's see. Platinum Dawn is bleach comparable. I think you're saying, yeah, Platinum Dawn. Don't use Platinum Dawn and SH. The reason for it, I'm gonna just confirm it here. Platinum Dawn has yes. Wait. Okay, they're saying it doesn't have ammonia. Um, okay. So some sources are saying it doesn't. Some verified it doesn't. Some sources are saying that it does. Um, the um, the Dawn Platinum, I have heard. I don't know this. I've heard that you shouldn't mix SH with Dawn Platinum because it can cause fumes that are just not good to breathe in. That's just what I've heard. I have done it in the, early on, and I've moved away from it just because, worst case scenario, I worst case scenario, I want to be, protect my lungs, but it's a while ago there was like this when my daughter was really small. We used Johnson and Johnson baby lotion on it. Johnson and Johnson baby lotion on her, and then right at that time there was this thing that said like Johnson and Johnson baby lotion has cancer causing properties, and it's one of those things where you don't know yes or no, so you just kind of default to the no just to be safe. Now I keep Dawn Platinum because when it comes to degreasers, whoo, that Dawn Platinum is crazy. So this tip was given to me by this girl that cleans commercial property. She does post-construction cleanups. What she told me, so she called me to to clean a driveway. I called her and I said, hey, it's got some oil stains. I don't know if I can guarantee that. She goes, you don't have any Dawn Platinum? And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, Dawn Platinum is what you use to clean up that oil stain. I was like, get out of here. So she goes, think about it. Whenever they have oil spills, they use Dawn Platinum to clean it up. And I was like, yes, that's 100% what they use. Like when you see them cleaning off the ducts and everything. So I went, grabbed some Dawn Platinum. I poured it on the, first I wet the concrete, I poured it, wet it again. I used the stiff yellow bristle brush to agitate it, let it sit, came back, that shit was gone. I was like, what is going on? It is absolutely crazy. Yo, yeah, John, it says, the label says it doesn't. I'm looking at it here. There's sources that say it doesn't. Like, it says verified, doesn't. What does this say? WUS 9. Oh. Does Dawn? Answers no. Mixing bleach. Okay, this one's saying, does Dawn contain ammonia? No. Is mixing bleach and ammonia dangerous? Yes. Procter & Gamble, the company that makes Dawn, the Clorox company. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Do not add Clorox to Dawn dish soap. There's a Facebook post warning. Do not add Clorox to Dawn dish soap, dishwashing soap. Dawn contains ammonia and mixing the two is deadly. Okay. University of South Carolina chemistry professor Susan Richardson agrees that mixing bleach with ammonia is dangerous. She said that it is absolutely a bad idea to mix bleach and ammonia. Don't do that. Never do that. What we're doing. Okay, that's so we can verify false. In general, all experts say that you should not mix two cleaning products together because we can verify false. Dawn does not have ammonia, and we can verify true. You should not mix bleach and ammonia together at home. Now, that's and when you're saying sources, this is WUSA 9. Looks like a CBS subsidiary. I'm just clicking the first things I'm seeing. I'm not like hard saying yes. I'm not hard saying no here. Let me scroll back up. What is your best marketing method? Ooh. Oh, John, what up, John? John Sacco, what it do? Okay, I was like, Johnny Sachs. I was like, this is The Sopranos? What is your best marketing method? Okay, all right. Best marketing method. Oh, man. My best is definitely, to answer that simply, Google. having a solid website, having solid SEO, um, having and Google, and I run Google ads. I spend about $1,500 a month in Google ads, and it yields crazy results. Number two is Facebook leads. Facebook is my second biggest contributor. Number three is I would say door to door. So okay, if you're starting your business, I recommend that you keep your all your costs as low as possible. You don't have any reoccurring costs. You get out there and you knock on those doors, right? You have a basic website set up. You know, it's kind of working in the background, building. And so, like, if you build a website today, Google, just Google, it's not going to grab that website and go through it and list it and start ranking it in any kind of degree until about 3 months. It takes about 3 months for that to happen. Add on these this way. You're not okay. I mean, John Sacco says yes. So you know, I know he's been in this game for quite some time. So you know, you guys can take that. He's been doing this for a very long time. I personally don't, but that's just me. It's something I've heard. If I can avoid it, I avoid it. If not, I don't. But so I use. I think that you should set up a good Facebook, good TikTok, good Instagram, good website, register on Google My Business. Those are like the 5 things that you want to have right away, right? Some door hangers, business cards, get in some Facebook groups. Don't spam, just add value here and there. Talk to the admin, see when you can, when you're allowed to do business shout outs. That's in the beginning. So you haven't made $1 yet, and it's a very low cost to get started. Once you have, a few jobs, and I think the next thing, so once you have your first job, you go to that first job, you bring door hangers, you knock on 20 houses to the right, 20 houses to the left, and 20 houses across the street. You should knock on that many doors, and ask for their business, right? So before you show up, so schedule the job to happen at noon, show up at 9, and start knocking on the doors. How do you or I'll get into that. What was I saying? So yeah, just knocking on those doors. You're gonna get, if you knock on 100 doors, you're gonna get 2 jobs, right? And 2 jobs is going to definitely make, 2 jobs. That's what I would do in the beginning. It's a low cost thing. As you get bigger, then you can put money aside and put it into Google ads. That would be my next investment. Then I would go into Facebook ads, and then I would go into everything else, lead generating platforms, whatever. Once you have somebody sitting by the phone 24/7 monitoring that. I got a question. How many jobs do you land per week? I don't know the answer to that, but I'll give you an answer in a different way here. Let's see. So I'll give you my April numbers. Sorry. No, I can't give you my April numbers. That I have to fix that code. I'm going to give you my 2022 numbers. Let's look at marketing. All right. So last year in 2022, I spent $9,271.93 with Google. That's how much money came out of my pocket into Google's pocket. And of that, they gave me $89,459.04 of revenue. So my marketing cost with Google for last year was about 10.36%. Anything under 15%, I love. I love anything under 15%. So if I give Google $10.36, they're giving me back a $100 bill. That's basically what that means. My average cost per customer is $118.87. My average cost per lead is $45.67. And my average close rate, I do all of my estimates online and I just send it out to people. So I'm not like hyper aggressive because I, get a good amount of leads. So my average, my close rate is only like 38.42. So, which is one of the highest on there, which is one of the highest out of all my things here. So, let's see, it yielded me 203 leads last year, and I created 78 invoices, average of 1146 per job. So those are my real numbers for Google. I absolutely love Google. I co-own a marketing company that we set up Google ads. So if anybody needs help setting up Facebook ads, Google ads, or websites, anything like that, we can take care of you guys over there. My surfactant mix on a 5-gallon jug is, I'll mix a quarter of apple blossom, a quarter of EBC, and 5 ounces of slow-mo. I haven't used slow-mo before. I gotta try that out. Are we hiring? No, we're not hiring just yet. I'm gonna be hiring for sales soon. I'm finishing my sales course and I'm putting that together, and I am going to be hiring for that, and we're going to hit the pavement hard. We're going to dominate this area. It's going to be awesome. Do you help set up a Google map and a website? Yes, we do set up both of those. Google Maps is super simple. In fact, I wouldn't even charge you for that because all you would do is just log in. I just walk you through that. But yeah, we Introspect Web Design, we set up we're specializing in lead converting websites. So taking a customer that lands on your website and gets converted into a lead. That's what I like. I like my phone just going off and saying you have a new lead, and it's a lead that a customer found me and signed up with me. That's what I'm about. I'm looking to start with my friend. Been researching for months, but I can't find where I should start. What do you mean? You can't find where you should start? How do you avoid tiger stripes on a driveway without using chemicals? Travis, clarify your question. What do you mean you don't know where you should start? Give me a little bit more information on that. How do you avoid tiger stripes on driveway without concrete? Or without chemical? Oscar, I'm coming back around to you here. The best way, okay, tiger striping is caused by a couple things. It's when you're moving too fast or when you're moving too slow and you're actually etching the concrete. You're using nozzles that are too aggressive. Your machine is underpowered. So the best thing you can do is have your system set up right, and you check everything and make sure everything is going good. So you want to have the rule of thumb is for every gallon your pressure washer is, you can have 4 inches of surface cleaner. So if you have a 4 gallon per minute pressure washer, you can have a 16-inch surface cleaner. Can you run a 20-inch? Sure, but it's technically underpowered. So if you have one of those, if you have a 4 and it's 20, just move a little bit slower. Try not to overlap your lines because it's pressure, right? The pressure is shooting down on those nozzles and it's scraping that concrete. You're taking a small layer off of that concrete every time you clean it. So if you're doubling up on that line, you're taking double up on that, or you're taking double the concrete off on that as opposed to the stuff that's in the middle. So not completely overlapping, really trying to get right off the edge, not using too aggressive nozzles. I use a 25-degree nozzle on mine, and I use 6-gallon tips. I run an 8-gallon machine, and I have a lot of aggregate out here, so it's really hard to see tiger striping on aggregate. I mean, it happens. But if you get those, use a circular motion too. So you take the surface cleaner, you move up and down, and then walk backwards in a circular motion. And this can help feather out tiger striping, or it can help you prevent tiger striping if you decide to do it that way. Best way to get in contact with me. For Introspect, you can go to Introspect Web Design. Let me see if I can drop a link here. Introspect Web Design. This is, you can jump on there or shoot me a text. 25. I'll give you my number here. So if you want the number, just shoot me a text. That's completely fine. Introspect Web Design. And my number is 253-65, or let's do my personal number, 253-303-2183. Again, that's 253-303-2183. Or you can jump over to Introspect Web Design, and or you can message me on here on Power Clean Services on my TikTok. Anyway, just give me a shout. Looking to get started with a friend, avoid tiger striping, nice with a bit. I don't know where to start. Hold on, let me move this thing over here so I can see it better. I don't know where to start, what to do first, how to get first jobs. So, Travis, have you done any pressure washing before? Any soft washing or pressure washing before? What tips do you like on your surface cleaner? I haven't used Meg tips. I'm actually waiting for some right now. I'm waiting for some Meg tips right now, or the V-Jet tips. I feel like those are going to be the best. So the tip, stainless tips, I use 25030 on mine. So 6 gallon a minute, 25 degrees fan spray. That's what I use on mine. If you have a 4 gallon a minute system, I would use the 25020. If you have a 5 gallons, 25025. And stainless tips, V-Jet, from what I hear, is the best. I'm just getting into those myself, so I'm going to check those out, and yeah, we'll see how those work. We'll see how those work. How do you get your first jobs? Okay, all right, first jobs. So I didn't start off as a pressure washer. I'm probably like you guys. I never did pressure washing really before. I did some stuff with my dad when I was 16 years old, 20 years ago. But I never really did pressure washing in the way that, professionally as we do it right now. So I'm going to consider myself completely green. I got the courage from YouTube University, and just being a tinkerer myself and just kind of knowing how things work, talking to really good people like John Sacco in here, talking to just a lot of pros, and finding people that would let me tear up the property. I'll share this story with you. The first time, man, God, this is such an embarrassing story. So my first job ever, it was a soft wash. I had a little Ryobi 2.3 gallon system that I bought from a pawn shop. And I bring it to this customer's house, and this is so bad. I bring it to the customer's house, and he says he has a huge driveway, and I'm doing a driveway and a siding soft wash, and I think I charged him like $500. I don't remember what I charged him, but it was pennies, in comparison to what I would charge now. So me and the customer are sitting outside, and he goes, "Oh, well, I was gonna do it myself, but I decided to hire a pro." And I was like, "This is my." I was like, kind of like, man, this guy, he's like my first real job, my first like paying customer. So I was like, man, this is rough. And the story gets way worse. So what happened was, there's that little container on where you put in soap in those little residential pressure washers. I was putting bleach and some soap right in that and kind of just shaking it up. I didn't know that there's a little hose that connects the reservoir to the pump. It's a kind of an upstream. It's before it gets injected right into the pump. And I didn't see that that piece was broken off. It was literally broken. So what I was doing was I thought I was soft washing this guy's house. Well, what I was doing was dragging a pressure washer around this guy's house, and I was just leaking bleach. I was leaking pool shock around his house, just like making a line of dead grass. The grass was actually fine. I said that jokingly. The grass was completely fine, but in my mind, in my messed up memory, I was like, "Oh no, that grass is toast." And I wasn't soft washing the house. I was just like rinsing, and I was like, "Why isn't this stuff working?" But yeah, it was really really bad. I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt like an idiot. It took me like 8 hours to get this guy's siding. I was just rinsing it pretty much, and took me. I used a 40-degree wand tip to do probably 50 feet by 50 feet long driveway with a three car, and it was a driveway that started low and then curved up, and so it pooled at the bottom too. So when you talk about nightmare first job, that was, oh yeah, I don't know how I didn't give up. I have no idea how. I must have thought like, this is as bad as it could be. There's nothing worse than this, because it really was like the worst experience. It actually did get a little bit worse. I vastly underestimated another job. When I say vastly, like I would charge like $2,000 for this job, 3,000 for this job, and I charged $400 for this job. So just starting off, it was very very bad. So let me go back up here. So how do you get your first jobs? So your first jobs, okay. When I say I'm not a pressure washer, like that's not how I started. I'm a 20-year salesperson. So I know how to sell and I know how to market. With that little Ryobi, I did 10 grand my first month, right? And it comes from just building a good brand online, so a lot of people undervalue what an online brand can do. Your online brand is designed to build trust. So your name, your logo, your website, your look and feel of your social media, the wording that you use, all of that builds trust. So when a customer researches you or when a customer finds you, they feel that they can trust your brand. If you don't have those things, you're hoping that they will give you the opportunity to get in front of you to trust. So it's yeah, build something so that you want to have those things in place so that you can build trust and you can kind of point to and say, look, I'm trustworthy. Once you have those things, then go into those Facebook groups, talk to the admins, don't spam it, but talk to those admins and try to get them to say like, hey, when is it okay for me to post what I can do? Go door to door, right? A lot of people don't like to go door to door. I'm going to tell you, as a small business owner, you need to go door to door. You knock on the door, tell them, hey, I'm just started pressure washing. I'll tell you, that's how this all started for me. I sent my son out to go. We had like this little pressure washer, and I said, hey, go earn some money. Tell everybody $50 you'll do their driveway. I didn't know. He goes out there. He comes back. He goes, everybody said yes. I was like, wait a minute. I'm a salesperson. I'm a business owner. Like, I've owned businesses. I've sales and marketing. I'm like, if everybody says yes, if your close rate's 100%, your price is too low. So I started doing research, and I started saying like, oh, people are really charging for this out here. So I was like, how easy can I make this? Surface cleaners, bigger machines, this, that. I was like, okay. Started putting those pieces together. So it's really just getting out there and knocking on those doors, putting a door hanger, putting a flyer on those doors, and and just kind of going through those growing pains. If you do that and you cut your teeth that way, one, if this doesn't work out for you, I promise you're going to have a skill in sales that is going to unlock a lot of other potential for you. You're going to be able to take that skill and that sales skill and transition that to other opportunities. Rinse after a roof wash or let it be in the rain will eventually rinse it. Okay, so I'm here in the Northwest. We have a different kind of moss here. It's not the stuff that, you see everywhere else. We got moss, like Randy moss, like it's super moss. If I also am competing with guys that are brushing off roofs, right? So there's a lot of guys in this area that will go up there with, wire brushes. They'll go up there with stiff bristle brushes, and they will sit there and just brush those roofs clean. And they look visually fantastic. And then they'll put that moss powder on their roof. The moss beware or anything like that. They'll throw that on the roof. Because I'm competing with those guys, I have to do some different things than I think what the rest of the country will do. So my process is if the moss is really bad, I use a rubberized squeegee, like a big rubberized squeegee, to knock the big stuff off first. Then I'll blow it off with the blower or hit it with the ball valve, knock it off. Then I will go and treat the whole thing. And then I will use a fully open M5 to do a rinse. And I get the roof looking mostly moss-free right away. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm here in the Northwest, and that's kind of the expectation, is that the moss is gone. If you have just black moss or black algae, the Gloriocapsa magma, I say rinse it, or you apply this SH and then leave it. You can rinse. If you feel, if it's really bad up there and you put a lot up there and you feel like that SH is going to come down and destroy the property in any way, then yeah, you probably should rinse so that you can guarantee it's really, can you guarantee that SH is not going to run off and hurt the property? That's really why you're looking to rinse, or if the customer is looking for really, really, really immediate results. But for the most part, I would say treat and leave it if you can. Treat and leave it. If it's just black algae or the Gloriocapsa magma. A lot of really great questions. I'm not hiring right now. I'm going to be hiring for sales here soon. Door-to-door sales. I'm going to be teaching out my sales structure and getting those guys up and running. And then hopefully by then, I'll be hiring for a technician. I've gone through, a few technicians. I'm going to be completely honest. I can train people to sell. It's harder for me to train people to do this service because I get so locked in on a job. Like I get to a job site, I get locked in, and then I just start doing stuff, and I forget to kind of walk people through. So I've got one of my best friends. He's been with me for about a year now, and he knows how I am, so it's fine. But I'm trying to work on being better at training people in service industry, because it's very different than training people in anything else. I've trained salespeople and no problem with that. I've trained, but in service industry, I'll tell you this. I've learned that there's such a thing called vocational intelligence. I don't know if it's a word, but I'm creating it and coining it. I am looking for people with vocational intelligence, people that just kind of seem to get the mechanics vocational jobs. There's people that are book smart, you hear, or people that are, socially smart. They know how to walk in a room and take control of it. There's people that are common sense smart. I'm looking for vocational smarts, people that just know how mechanically things are supposed to happen, because that's what this job really needs. When you're on the field, it requires vocational intelligence. So I'm not hiring just yet, but yeah, I'm building out my site, PowerClean Academy. If you want to learn how to do this, right now it's all text up there as far as like training, but the videos are coming soon, and anybody that buys a course is going to be able to get access to the videos. I'm going to be videoing how to do literally everything beginning to end with this, everything from forming the business to which nozzles to use, all of that good jazz. I have a great network through my full-time job, just getting started on my wash biz. Nice, good job. I hope that goes really well for you. Make sure you get a good website set up. If you need help with that, let me know. I co-own a company, Introspect Web Design. We build websites, get people set up on Google, get people set up on Facebook, ads, like the full line. Check it out, just Introspect Web Design. You can find us on there. And yeah, we'll get you squared away. But yeah, make sure, just take your time, in the beginning, and learn to sell. That's the most important thing in this business. Like I think anybody can learn to wash. Can you learn, like learning to wash? Like I said, I did 10 grand my first month, not because I knew how to wash. It's because I knew how to sell, and I knew how to market myself. Anybody can do that. I hear guys struggle to make 5 grand all the time, and it seems like 5 grand is a barrier for people, and I don't understand why. But I mean, it's because they're not set up properly. They don't have the website set up. They don't have the social media set up. They don't have, they don't have those core components that are going to make their lives a lot easier and get that phone to ring. And when that phone doesn't ring, they don't get out there and make it happen. That's the other thing. When that phone isn't ringing, you have to go out there and be kinetic. There's times where when I first started, I would do a driveway for free just so my vehicle was sitting out there. And I didn't start with a big rig or anything. I started with a little 2.3 gallon Ryobi working out the back of my wife's black Dodge Caravan, with Simpson hoses and 100 foot of Simpson hose, 50 feet of garden hose. I don't even remember I think I used that expanding hose, and yeah, it was. I didn't know anything, and it just took my time and learned the craft and learn what made sense. Talk to people, but yeah. Whew. So I think, yeah, I've been on this for over an hour. We do insurance work, fire, smoke, lots of real estate agents. Yeah. There's a company right behind my warehouse here that does that. They do restoration projects. What state are you in? RJ Woodall, what state are you in? I can tell you. Or I'll try to tell you. Florida. Let's see. Florida. Let's find out. Quick little Google search away. Oh, what did I do? Business. Typically, you will need a business license Okay, so I got a couple of different things here. So typically, so in my state, I'm in Washington State. I need um, I need a business license. So I get a UBI number from the state. I have to register with the Secretary of State. I have to get a federal EIN number. An EIN number is your employer identification number. It's if you want employees, but it also starts establishing business credit. It does a bunch of things. Just go ahead and get it right away. Um, uh, so your business license, I have to register with Secretary of State, and then your federal EIN number with the federal government. Then you're going to need general liability insurance. Or sorry, yes, you're going to need general liability insurance. Um, the general liability, you're going to need automotive insurance for your vehicle, and then you're going to need there's a thing called BOP insurance. You can look into that. Take your time to look into that. You don't really need it, but it's a thing. But in my state, I'm required to have a surety bond. So when you hear licensed, bonded, insured, the bonding is basically an insurance that you have with the state that covers against damages to like state property. So like, for example, if you're pressure washing and you're putting a ton of chemical down a drain or something like that, the state catches you or the EPA catches you or something like that, and there's like a big cost to fix that. That's what's leaned against for your bonding. So the bond is kind of like an insurance that you have with the state, and then your general liability insurance is the insurance that you have to protect your business from damaging like customer property, things like that. So yeah. Do I plan on? Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a live every Sunday. I don't know. I'm probably gonna announce it ahead of time. I just kind of felt like doing a live, and I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. But sorry, just checking some stuff. Yeah, I just kind of felt like doing a live, but how much can you make doing what you do? As much as you want. As much as you want. You know, last year, I think, I don't know. I don't want to throw that number. I don't want to throw out a number. I don't want to throw out a number. And the reason why I don't want to throw out a number, and John Sacco's, he was in here earlier. He's one that kind of told me about this, because if I throw out my number, it's if I throw out my number, or if I throw out a number, it's going to. I don't want to say like you can make $1 million. You can make $1,000. You know, it's your effort into the business. It's 100% directly correlated with your effort into the business and your market. You know, if you can figure out your market, like we do $30,000-$40,000 months. You know, like very easily we do $30,000-$40,000 months. It's in the beginning it was $10,000 months, but again it had nothing to do with the cleaning. It had everything to do with my pricing, my sales ability, and my marketing. And it's still like that today. When a customer hires me, they don't know how good or bad I'm going to do. The photos I have up there, you know, everything, all of that builds trust, but they don't know how good or bad I'm going to do on my thing, on their job. So it's now with that 30,000-40,000, there's a lot of expenses with that. I have about $22,000 in expenses that I carry every single month. You know, to cover everything, because I like to, I spend a lot of money. I'm really stupid, so I spend a lot of money. But I think one guy and a helper could easily make I think a good sweet spot is 10 to 15,000 a month. 10 to 15,000 a month if you're a single owner operator with a helper part, and you're not putting a crazy amount of effort into it. If you want to own your own job, 10 to 15,000 is very realistic. If you want to push, you can make 20 to $30,000, but you gotta push. You gotta push to get to $40,000. You gotta push even harder. It's you're talking about sacrificing time with your kids, sacrificing time with your friends. It's going to get crazy to get to that number. And then you bring on people's training them and dealing with their problems. And, when their kids are sick and they call out, it's a lot to get to 30, 40,000. But when you get there, then you duplicate the process again and again and again. And I know guys, they do $100,000 a month, it's like, what problems do you have? What problems do you want? So yeah, do you want to own a job or do you want to own a business? Right now, as this stands, I'm going to say I own my job because I haven't tasked out everything. So I'm not at the stage where I own the business yet. I'm at the stage where I think I just own the job. But that's about to change for me in this very soon. I'm going to do some crazy stuff here soon. And I just, you reflect and you start thinking like, what are you going to do and where are you going to go with this? But I may be looking to sell, part of me thinks I might want to sell it. I'm basically going to be building the brand so that I can sell it if I want to. And that's different than building it for yourself. That's very different. Let me go back and look at some of these things here. Hold on. Some people. So you can make a living. You can make very good money. I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to go back. How many of your customers are reoccurring or on a monthly, quarterly basis? None. Very, very few. Reoccurring makes up like a small percentage of my business because I do a really good job cleaning their house, so they don't need to call me. I've been in business 3 years, so they don't need to call me every year. It's kind of like the pitfall of being good at what you do, but it's fine. I do get some reoccurring customers. I do get people call me back for different things. Do you plan on doing more lives? Yeah, I want to do more lives. How much do you make doing what you're doing? Rough numbers. Where do you get your pressure washing equipment? So I get my pressure washer I got all my stuff from Seattle Pump and Equipment. Shout out to Seattle Pump and Equipment. They were awesome and they got me set up with the right stuff. And Power Wash Store has been really good. I use the Davis shooter tips. I buy a ton of stuff. I want to try everything. So I know what works and what doesn't work. Fellow pressure washer here, love the live. Thank you, Juan Damien, appreciate you, sir. Do you do services like deck and fence staining? I don't. So in Washington, pressure washing, any kind of high pressure cleaning requires a specialty contractor's license. So I could get a general contractor's license and I can do a lot of other things, but I chose to go with a specialty contractor license, which lowers my bond costs and just puts me in a category where my insurance doesn't cover anything else. So all I do is cleaning. That's it. I don't repair gutters. I don't do anything else. I want to just do that one thing and I want to focus on that one thing. When you start diversifying too much, you start losing focus on what you're you start losing focus and your marketing gets more expensive and gets harder to do. What about dumpster pad cleaning, gas station, stuff like that? You can do that. So the thing with that is here where I'm at in my market, I stopped doing like the Chick-fil-A's and the Burger Kings and things like that on a reoccurring basis because it was pennies. Like they want to pay $300, $400, $500, and I can sell my time for so much more. So I chose to not do those things, and But if you want to do dumpster pad cleaning, sure, yeah, you can definitely do that. You probably will want to invest in a hot water cleaning system versus a cold water system. So you got a lot more upfront cleaning. Gas stations, I don't do gas stations either. The reason for it, most gas stations, well, okay, gas stations up here, they seem to have their own. They seem to have their own sewage system. I don't like to do anything that would get me in trouble. And with gas stations, especially gas stations, if somebody sees you doing a gas station and reports you to EPA or anything like that, you're really supposed to collect. You're supposed to collect for pretty much anything. Even if you go outside and wash your car, you're not supposed to let that go into the drain, following the Clean Water Act. But for gas stations, I just don't want that liability on my head. So I just don't do those. You can damage the pumps. If you don't cover them, you can get hit with a fine if you're not collecting, and they don't seem to want to pay the amounts. It might be just me. It might be just yeah. It might just be me, but yeah, I don't really rock with gas stations. Makes sense. Sounds like Sonic cheap companies. Sonic cheap, get it done pressure. What do you mean Sonic cheap companies? Are your gutter and windows a separate charge since they require special attention? Yes. So what I was doing roof. So all my services are lined up individually. I was doing roof cleaning and gutters all as one, and then I would get customers that said, "Oh, I have gutter guards," and then they would say, take that off, and I'm like, so I ended up lowering my price a lot for my roof cleanings because people had gutter guards. So I separated the two services into individual services so that if they have gutter guards, I'm not cannibalizing my roof cleaning. And yeah, windows are definitely separate. Water fed pole with windows too. I don't know what you do, but man, water fed pole. I spent $2,000 on my water fed pole system. Love it. Sell it all a separate service. Yeah, packages are definitely where it's at. I'm reshaping all my packages right now. Yeah, I'm actually reshaping those. Got it up over here, and I'm raising all my costs. I'm trying to maximize my profits here, but yeah. Holy cow, been live for almost an hour and a half. This is crazy. I didn't really announce it before I went live, so this is cool that you guys are on here asking all these questions, causing me to think, which is good. It's causing me to reflect and think about my business a little bit more, which is good. YouTube is a little dead. What's going on over there in YouTube? So you do, yeah, I do full exterior cleaning, roofs, gutters, sidings, windows. If I could redo my business, I think this is a really important thing. If I could redo my business, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't do pressure washing. I would do window cleaning and gutter cleaning. Window cleaning is residual. It's money every month. And if you build a portfolio of windows cleaning, and then the next thing I would add on is roof cleaning, and then the last thing I would add on is pressure washing. Yeah, that's 100% the order in which I would do it, because it's you're basically, I would use window cleaning as kind of a loss leader to get myself jobs. Oh man. Okay. See, I thought YouTube wasn't. I thought the chat was okay. Yellow across the top. It's getting good bit. Oh man, Scott Chapman was over here. I'm just can you use 2.3 to get started? Okay. Yeah. So I had a feeling. Sorry, YouTube. I'm not giving you any love. It's not the chat doesn't come up the same way. Hold on. Let me jump over here. What's going on, Scott Chapman? I've been having issues getting my Google business account verified. Ooh. Any tips? I would say on that you would have to call me. That's a whole that's a thing. Yellow cross at the top. Yellow cross at the top. I don't know. Yellow answer at the top. I don't know. I was doing the YouTube on my phone here. Chat viewing options. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. I'm still figuring out the YouTube, but I pull it up over here. Honest question, can you use a 2.3 gallon to start out? Yeah, you can absolutely use a 2.3 gallon. You just have to understand the limitations of it. You know, you're not going to be able to get things like the gallons per minute is basically how fast you're going to be able to go. And you know, when I was cleaning with a 4-gallon machine, when I went from a 2.3 to a 2.5 to a 3 to a 4 to an 8, and I was able to reach a little higher, and I was able to rinse a little bit more, and that was the benefit of having a higher gallons per minute. Yeah, that was the benefit from that. Do you make them sign a contract before? I make them accept the quote on my CRM. I use Jobber. Getting a Simpson 4.4 gallon 4400 psi. Can I run a 100-foot Flexilla hose with that? Yeah, sure. Or 100 Flexilla pressure hose. Let me check out their pressure hose. Yeah, I guess I got one. Flexilla makes some pretty good stuff. You know, it's going to be probably a single wire hose, so it may blow out a little bit early on you, but yeah, that is what it is. So you have the window cleaning on a monthly contract. How much are they paying? No, I don't. I don't have. So I don't have window cleaning on a monthly contract. Honestly, we haven't focused on window cleaning. I got all the stuff to make the job easier, but I haven't focused on it. It's kind of been an ancillary service. I would do it opposite. I would do it in reverse. I would do the window cleaning first, and then I would do window cleaning, gutter cleaning, and then I would add on roof cleaning, and I would add on pressure washing, home siding cleaning, and pressure washing last. So I would actually have done things in reverse. The way I did things was pressure washing, home siding, then I did gutters, then I did roofs, then I did windows and solar panels. So I would actually reverse the way that I effectively did things, because you're going to get those window cleaning customers on a monthly, quarterly, whatever contract, and then when their roofs need clean, I mean, hell, you can even go up there with a pump sprayer in most states and take care of them with a SH just on there. That's completely fine. What does that mean? Both sides of the window as well with that sale. What does that mean? Both sides of the window. I think you mean the inside and out. I don't go on people's homes. Again, I've tried everything. So I tried adding like a interior cleaning company. I partnered with this girl to do interior cleaning, and then it just didn't work out that well. So I stopped doing that, and we were doing window cleaning. That's what actually got me in the window cleaning. I was doing interior and exterior window cleaning, but I stopped doing that. It's just I didn't like going in people's homes. So yeah, can too much SH damage a roof? I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I apologize. I don't know the answer to that. I put 12%. You're not really. I'm gonna say if I took a guess, and this is just a guess, I would say no. Uh, it's you're more worried about it damaging the property, the runoff damaging the property. Have you had any issues with property protection failing before a house wash or after? Uh, no, no. I'm pretty careful. Property protection is not really crazy for me. Um, there was one time I had a one of those GF what are those things called? Those GF outlets trip. Um, and we just reset that, but no, it's been pretty simple. No, no, we haven't had that. We haven't had any water intrusion or outlets. I think I just really apply common sense to it. If there's an outlet there, I'm not drenching it. If there's an outlet, I don't hit it with SH either. Uh, I can tell you on my house when I was practicing, I accidentally got SH in the keyhole, and I noticed that my key wasn't working the best. So white lithium, I sprayed some. I got a tip. I sprayed some white lithium in there, and man, the key never fit any better. It was great. It was like brrr, it went in and out like so nice. So white lithium to the rescue on that, and that was a tip that I got. So shout out to white lithium grease. Oh. Coming back over here. All right, gentlemen, I think I'm gonna get off today. What do you recommend? Rinsing the windows immediately after the house wash gets washed or during? Do you recommend rinsing the windows immediately after the house gets washed or during? Um, Before, during, and after. Um, so so when I soft wash a house, I rinse the house down really good, and I get spider webs and all that other kind of stuff off. Then I apply the treatment to the house. Um, and if you use a good surfactant, it's if it's hot outside, you that soap is going to dry up on there. So keeping it wet is really important. And I do the shaded sides first, and the sides that are facing the sun, I will only stay on that side. So if there's two sides of the house that are like shaded, I'll rinse both of those sides, and I will soft wash both of those sides. And then I will rinse both of those sides. And then the sides that are facing the sun, I will rinse them one at a time. I'll rinse, soft wash, watch it, and then rinse again, because I really want, and I rinse on the windows really thoroughly. The windows are really, really important to be thorough, to be cleaned. People don't like all that stuff on the windows. But I'm going to call it, guys. I am exhausted. I've been talking for 95 minutes straight. I appreciate everybody in here. I'm going to drop I'm going to drop something later. Let's actually put it in the schedule here. Why not? Because why not? I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to schedule my life a lot more, and I'm trying to be more organized so I can be a more uh, high efficiency person, I guess. I've been reading those. Uh, yeah. So, oh, so yeah, I'm gonna jump on here next week. I'm gonna jump on here next week. Uh, Probably, I don't know, probably much earlier, around 6 a.m. my time in Washington. So on the East Coast, it's around 9 a.m. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna see if I can jump on here next week and see if we can do something. But I really appreciate everyone for jumping on here, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much.